What's up guys, it's Dan, and in this video we're going to look at dealing with trash talk. So I got a question through from a viewer which was, have you got any advice on how to deal with trash talk and how to stop it from affecting me when I'm on the pitch? I believe he was a football player. Yes, I have, and this advice can probably be applied to almost any sport. Alright, so let's take a look at it. Trash talk, or gamesmanship, as you might have heard it referred to, is a tactic that many athletes employ to try and gain an advantage. Alright, it's an established feature of competitive sport. And whether or not you agree with the principle of trying to put your opponents off, you're never going to be able to get away from trash talk. It is a feature of sport. So you're going to have to learn how to deal with it effectively if you want to be a top competitor. Trash talk's effective because it's distracting. Whether it makes you really mad, whether it has you doubting yourself, whether it has you looking for a way to try and get back at that opponent somehow, you've taken your attention off of your performance to some extent. And because of that, you are going to perform worse, which is basically strike one to your opponent. Now, you're never going to be able to completely avoid trash talk. There's loads of athletes out there that use that kind of tactic. But luckily for you, you're completely in control of how you think about it and how you react to it. The first step to dealing effectively with gamesmanship and with trash talk is to take control of how you see and think about it. So if you take your opponent's actions and words at face value and buy into them and believe them, then it's going to be really easy to get offended by what it is that they're doing or whatever it is that they're saying. Instead of buying into it, try and see it for what it is. It's just a strategy that your opponent is using to try and distract you, to try and make you perform worse. Maybe they think they can't compete with you physically or technically or something like that. So they're trying to get in your head to reduce your performance a little bit so that they can compete. So rather than taking it as an insult, see it as a strategy. Alright, that's going to help you to remove some of the emotion out of the situation and help keep you focused on your game. So a good second step is to decide ahead of time what your ideal reaction is going to be and how you ideally want to respond if that situation occurs. So if somebody trash talks you or starts playing games with you when you're on the pitch or when you're competing in your event. So are you going to ignore them? Are you going to give them a cheeky wink and a smile? Whatever it is, get it in your mind ahead of time so that you're primed and ready to respond that way when you're actually out there. Just make sure that the response that you choose is one that's going to give you the most benefit. Now, I appreciate that when you're in the heat of battle, so to speak, it's a little bit more difficult or a little easier said than done to try and stay composed and stay calm if somebody's trying to mess with you or get inside your head. So thirdly, I would suggest loading up a bit of self-talk that's going to help to remind you to stay focused, not get distracted, not get sucked in if people are trying to wind you up. So that could be a word or phrase that you say out loud or in your own head, just as long as it kind of reminds you of that ideal way that you want to react if somebody does trash talk you or mess with you when you're actually competing. Remember, trash talk and gamesmanship are just a strategy to try and distract you, but they only work if you let them. You're in complete control of how you see it and how you respond to it. So make sure you respond in a way that helps with your focus and helps you to perform well. Okay, hope that video helped. Give it a thumbs up if so, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.